Hi, it's Matt here from Go Green Autos. So here we have a Hyundai Ioniq electric for sale. This one's a 28 kilowatt hour premium spec, a late 2017. It's done about 25,000 miles. We'll look at that in a minute. It's one owner and in absolutely stunning condition. So before I go any further, I better explain it's currently 7:30 in the evening and the light is getting rather dim. But it's been raining all day. I wanted to film this car and just haven't had a chance to get out here and film, but it's currently quiet at the back of the industrial estate here, so I thought I'll just do it this evening. But you have to bear in mind that maybe the car isn't looking at its best because the sun's not shining and maybe the colours aren't coming out particularly well on the camera. But anyway, let's get into explaining this car. So first off, let's just show you the charging on these. You have a button there to open the charge port, and that is round the back where the petrol filler would be on the hybrid models. And you've got two charge ports. The top is for your AC charging, typically charging overnight at home, but any public car parks and things where they have a row of AC chargers, you'll be using the top type 2 port here, and that is a 6.6 kilowatt charging port, and you're typically going to add something like 25 miles per hour when charging on AC. When you're doing a trip and you want to extend the range while you're out on the roadside, you would use the DC port, and this is your rapid charging port, and it's a CCS port, and these charge at 69 kilowatt DC, and the vehicle will charge from 0 to 80% in about 25-30 minutes. And then in the boot here we've got two charge cables. So this is our AC charging cable, type 2 to type 2. All home, workplace and public AC chargers are type 2, so this end goes into the charger, that end goes into the car. And then here we have a portable charger, often called a granny cable, again type 2 for the car, and on the other end we have got a 3-pin plug. So these are very handy because obviously you can charge the car anywhere, but these limit the charge to 10 amp because you can't draw any more through your home wiring. So these charge at a rate of about 9 miles per hour, but the vehicle's always going to charge overnight, so very handy if you're going away or you're at work during the day and you want to have a top up, or as an emergency get me out of trouble cable. Whereas ultimately you would get a wall charger installed and then you would charge at 30 amp with a home wall charger, and obviously that's going to charge much quicker, about 25 to 28 miles per hour using a wall charger. And then just show you the inside. These cars are absolutely loaded with technology. I'll just start it up. You've got heat pump heating system. You've also got driver only mode, so you only heat the driver's side. You've also got preconditioning, where you can set a time and then the vehicle will get ready in the morning while it's still connected to the charger, so when you disconnect you still retain 100% of your battery and your range. We've got paddles behind the steering wheel here to adjust the levels of regen, and these have effectively 4 levels of regen, 1, 2 and 3 to increase the regen, and these do have very strong regen in number 3, so it is proper one pedal driving. And you've also got level 0, which you don't get on many other EVs, and that's regen off completely, a cruise mode, and that's very handy on the motorway. We've also got a wireless phone charger here. We've got heated seats, heated leather steering wheel, auto hold as well. We've got 3 drive modes, sport, eco and normal, and in sport actually these really are quite lively, and lots of other kit. We've got camera up there, we've got autonomous braking, we've got lane keep. Yeah, these really are loaded with kit. We've got the radar on the front to give us an adaptive cruise control as well. So finally, let's just show the mileage. 25,583 miles. So next, the traction battery, because everyone worries about the life of traction batteries when they're looking at EVs for the first time, but really on any car other than a Nissan, the batteries are going to last the life of the vehicle, and on the Hyundai Ioniqs they're particularly good. So I have scanned the battery on this one with my diagnostic scanner, and this is still at 100% state of health. So next, let's talk about the range. So these cars are probably the most efficient EV you can get. Everything about the design of these is all about improving the efficiency. So this has only got a 28 kilowatt hour battery pack, but because these are so efficient, it will do about the same range as most 40 kilowatt hour cars. So the official NEDC figure on these is 174 miles, and on most EVs you just can't achieve the official figures, but you can on this. If you drive this very efficiently in the summer and very gently, you can get 170 miles out of these. But generally for most drivers, you're going to get a range of about 140 miles in the summer. But obviously range does depend on how you drive, but all the details on the range, charging and the battery are all on the website. So next, let's talk about the condition, and that's the main reason for this video. And if you see my videos before, you know I point out every little minor stone chip mark or scratch I can find. I don't hide anything because I want people to know exactly what they're buying. And most vehicles go without a viewing because of the detail in these videos, and I can get these vehicles delivered anywhere in the country. So really very little to show you on this one. It is in stunning condition. I've never seen one with well, a used one with so few marks on it. It is just in immaculate condition, but I'll walk around anyway and show you the car. So let's start off. All the wheels are completely scuff free, don't have any marks at all on the alloys, which is most unusual for a used vehicle. Looking around the front, there is no significant stone chips or marks at all. You know, you're not going to get away without having any stone chips on a car, but they're absolutely tiny, like a couple there. Usually on these, this plastic does show up the stone chips, because when stones hit plastic, it tends to make a little indentation rather than just chipping paint like it would do on a steel panel. But you know, there's a few minor little stone chips, but really much less than you would see on a car of this age. It's really quite exceptional. It's obviously been driven very slowly, because I've never seen one with such a good front end on it. Coming around to the side here, again, this alloy is all scuff free and the tyres are all good. The tyre tread depths are on the website. The only mark on this car while we're at the front is, I'll show you, and it's down low there. There is a little scuff underneath the front valance there where it's clearly hit a curb or something, and there's a little indentation out of it, but it's absolutely tiny and you'd have to lay on the ground to see it. And that is the only mark on the car. It really is quite exceptional. So no marks in the mirrors, no dents, scratches whatsoever in any of the bodywork. That wheel, as you can see, is all mark free as well. Looking round the back, there isn't even any scratching on the top of the bumper there where stuff gets loaded in. Looking on the inside, we do have a rubber boot liner as well, and as you can see, the carpet's all very good underneath. The blind here, the parcel shelf cover, isn't water stained. They normally are on the Ioniqs because water drips in when you open the boot lid. I've got to drive one of these myself as well. We've got one. There's a few little marks here where hands are grabbed onto that bit, and there's a few little scratches here on that bit of plastic where obviously something's been loaded in the back there, but all the rest of the plastic's all very good, and the seats are all in immaculate condition as well. And then continuing round this side, again, this wheel is all scratch free, and yeah, no marks down this side whatsoever. Looking on the inside here, all the seats are immaculate. Looks like it's never really been sat in the back, to be honest. And same in the front. Driver's seats, no significant wear or marks, it's all still looking like a new vehicle. Sometimes you do get a bit of scratching on the plastics. You've got hard plastics on the door. You know, there was a little scratch there the size of my fingernail, but all very good. No marks on the leather steering wheel. It's just quite remarkable condition, this one, really. So the paperwork, get out of that wind outside, because that's probably being picked up on the microphone quite a bit. We do have 2 keys with this. The other key's in my pocket and I can't quite get to it at the moment without making loads of noise on the microphone. But anyway, we've got the manuals here. There's the navigation manual. That's nearly an inch thick, so that will keep you up at night. And then we've got the book pack with the user manual, again a monster of a book. We've got the service book here, and we have got 3 stamps, Hyundai service stamps, with the last service being done at 23,228. Let me just remind myself what the car's done. Hasn't done much more than that, has it? Yeah, it's done 25,583, so yeah, hasn't done many more miles at all. And that last service was on the 17th of December 2020. And then we've got the V5. It has got no previous keepers, so only 1 keeper from new, and the registration date is the 28th of the 12th 2017. So this is still covered under the manufacturer's warranty, because these have got a 5-year warranty as well. But as always, all the details of that are on the website. I think that's about it. As I said, I've got one of these myself, had it for, I don't know, a year and a half now. Absolutely fantastic EVs. These are very efficient. Yeah, they do 1.5 miles per kilowatt hour more than any other EV. And even though they're only a 28 kilowatt hour battery, you've got to compare them really to 40 kilowatt hour cars, and they're also a real joy to drive. They are so underrated, these. I think they're the best EVs you can get for under 20 or 25,000 pounds. So this one's ready to go. The last one I had sold very quickly, and a lot of people are after it. So if you're thinking about this, then I would just say don't delay. But yeah, if you're interested, give me a call or email. As I said, I can deliver these anywhere in the country, and it will come to you on a flatbed or a trailer, and it will be fully charged and ready to use.